I did that this week. I was going to test out a new type of skincare. It is the Skin Clinics Cleanse and Exfoliate Facial Exfoliating Cleanser for all skin types. And the Skin Clinics Anti-Blemish and the Skin Clinics Anti-Blemish Control Serum. Basically, all I've done is filmed myself every single day using these new skincare products, and I've done a comparison from before and after, and I genuinely feel like I have managed to clear my spots over the course of 7 days, which I think is amazing. So yeah, if you want to see how it went, carry on watching. Hey, so it's the first night that I'm gonna try using my Skin Clinic Cleanse and Exfoliate Facial Exfoliating Cleanser for all skin types, and it contains glycolic acid at 4% and glycerin. And then to follow, I've also got the Anti-Blemish Control Serum, and that contains all sorts. It's got peptides, malic acid, salicylic acid and azelaic acid. I do just want to give you a quick close-up of my skin though, so you can see what it's looking like at the moment. It's horrible at the moment. I don't know if it's stress, I don't know if it's that the skincare that I've been using for over a year now has stopped working. I've got a really horrible angry red spot there. My lips are also so dry because of the cold weather. I think it was like 1 degree the last 2 days, and my lips are the first thing to suffer when it starts to get really cold. Quite blotchy. There's quite a few marks from spots that I've had. Forehead's not looking great either. Quite oily, as you can see. Like, this is my face after a full day out at uni, so it's probably looking a bit worse than it would normally be. But this is how I'm starting off. So it looks like that. I'm not sure how much you're meant to use. That looks like a good amount. Okay, so it says it's an exfoliating wash, but there's no beads in it or anything, so I wonder if the exfoliation comes from the sort of acid business. It just says, best used as part of your evening skincare regime. Massage a small amount into your skin, then rinse with water. I probably used a little bit too much there then. You may experience a temporary tingling sensation. Ooh. My skin does feel very clean. I think it looks quite clean. It's already done some work on that spot. My forehead still looks a little bit oily, but maybe that's just because the light is literally just above my head. But it definitely looks slightly more matte. It feels slightly tight, only slightly, like a lot of cleansers make my skin feel anyway. I also got my hoodie absolutely covered in water, but I'm just going to follow it now with the Anti-Blemish Serum. Cleanse or exfoliate the skin in the morning, then spread a small amount of the Anti-Blemish Serum over the affected areas. If the T-zone is very oily, you can also apply the serum at night. I'll probably just try it tonight, whatever. So only on the affected areas, so my chin. I squirted too much out, so I ended up putting it everywhere. I don't really like just putting a product on spotty areas. I don't know why. I'd prefer to put something everywhere. Also, I've just noticed that this says it's highly flammable. So that's my evening skincare done. None of it was tingly. I didn't get the tingling sensation. It's not feeling weird. It's not feeling gross. It feels fine. I guess I'll see how I go throughout the week, and I will keep you updated. Good morning, and it would appear that some witchcraft has taken place overnight. That is what's left of the spots that I had on my chin last night, which were horrific. My forehead the spots are looking a lot better. I'm not exactly sure what's I don't know if there's been much improvement on the cheeks, but to be honest, they're not actual spots, they're more just scars. I will say that when I was washing my face last night, when I finished washing it, I missed putting a moisturiser on, just because I've been religiously using the Liz Earle routine for over a year now, so I'll just show you what that normally is for me. So I've been used to using the Cleanser and Polish Hot Cloth Cleanser, the Gentle Face Exfoliator at night, that one, and then the Instant Boost Skin Tonic, which I really love, and the Skin Repair Moisturiser. So those are what I've been used to using. Ooh. Yeah, that's what I've been used to using. I did feel a little bit weird not putting something else on. I felt like it was almost an incomplete system, but now I've woken up this morning and I've seen that my skin's looking a lot better. But what I'm going to do is do my usual skincare routine this morning, because the Skin Clinic's cleanser does say to use it at night. Best used as part of your evening skincare regime. So I'm going to put that away for now. I'm going to do my usual Liz Earle cleansing routine, and then I'll come back this evening and use that and the serum again. Look at the snow outside my flat! So we're on day 3. So I've noticed a few more spots appearing actually, even though I did use it last night. I didn't film it though, I completely forgot to film it. Me and Chris were having an evening in, so I just sort of got ready for bed. So that one looks like it's completely dried out and like almost crusted over. Like, it reminds me of, you know, if you have a verruca and you put that gel on it and it sort of dries out and falls off. That one looks the same as it did yesterday morning, but I've noticed that I've got another one here that looks like it's slightly worse, or like it's finally come up. My forehead's looking okay. That one is still the same as yesterday. So I just think that I'm going to use the Skin Clinic wash this morning and give it a really good massage into my skin, and then use the anti-blemish serum. I know that it says it's best used for your evening skincare routine, but we're having a snow day. I don't really feel like I'm going to be leaving the house, so, or putting makeup on for that matter, so I may as well just put this on now. It feels a little bit like, you know, if you get conditioner on your hands, it feels almost like it feels almost conditioner-y, the wash, as you wash it off, which is really nice. It doesn't feel tight, it doesn't feel gross or anything. I think what made my skin feel tight on the first night that I tried it was the anti-blemish control serum, and I know that you're only supposed to use it on the spotty areas, and I used quite a lot the other night, so I'm just going to take the tiny bit and just put it on. Cool, so that's day 3 done. Okay, so I am just about to jump in the shower. My hair's really greasy and I need to have a wash. This is an update on my skin, so I'm very pleased. This one has been very sore and very annoying, but that really horrible one that I had on my chin when I first started has completely gone, although I've got some more coming, and that one has been quite stubborn. That one's not really been disappearing. Yeah, my forehead's looking fine. That's not a problem for me. And then, yeah, I'm just gonna keep working with it. The one thing I will say is that with using this every day, I'm not sure if it's been impacting or affecting the way that my lip balm's been working, but I cannot seem to get my lips looking and feeling not dry. Like, they're very sore. I do bite them, I can't help biting them if they're dry. I do tend to have a bit of a nibble, which is gross, but the lip balm that I've always used has always been really good at sort of getting them back to normal. So I'm not sure if it's the wash that's doing it. I'm not sure if it's the fact that it is snowing at the moment, and obviously snow and really cold weather is going to make it a lot worse, but I'm not really sure. But I did want to mention that just in case it was related. So I'm going to jump in the shower, wash my hair. I'm going to take my cleanser into the shower with me and give myself a good scrub, and then I'll use the serum. I've got work later on, but I don't really think that I'm going to bother with makeup. I'm only working for 4 hours and it's too cold to bother with putting makeup on, so I'll put the serum on as I did yesterday and leave that to work throughout the day and then the night. Also, just wanted to mention that I'm really annoyed because I never took any still photos of my skin before I started this. So I'm doing a blog post and I don't really know how we're going to compare it. Obviously the video, you'll have seen what my skin looked like when I started. And I also wanted to say that don't you think that my skin looks a lot more even in its tone? I seem to remember on the first night that I filmed it was looking quite red and quite blotchy in places, but mostly my skin tone looks really even at the moment. Like, it's all one colour, it's looking alright. I don't think it looks too red and blotchy. So I don't know if that's down to the wash either, so I'll keep going. Hello, we are currently on day 6. I've managed to contract an illness from somewhere. I've got a terrible cold. I didn't feel like vlogging yesterday, but I just followed the same steps that I've been following so far this week. I've just washed my face and now I'm putting on the gel, and I just want to say how clear my skin is looking, despite the fact that I feel really crappy in myself. My skin looks really nice at the moment, like really clear. That one is so very nearly gone. My chin's cleared up no end, and it's just sort of the red marks that are left behind. So tomorrow's going to be my last day of vlogging using these products. So far I've really enjoyed it and I really feel like it's made a really good change in my skin. My lips are still extremely dry, even though I've been really trying to avoid getting any of the cleanser or this gel on it, but yeah, it's still feeling quite dry. But apart from that, like, I think my overall skin tone is way more even. I don't actually have any spots left, it's just the marks where they used to be. There's no like sore areas on my face, none of it looks too angry. Yeah, and I've really enjoyed it so far, but I'll give you all of my final thoughts tomorrow. Good morning, and it's the final day of this week-long vlog, which I just realised that I looked very unglamorous for the whole thing. But I finished with using these 2 products, and I know that I started the vlog at night, where the lighting would have been very different, but I can honestly say that I think that my skin looks so much better, definitely on this side. My chin is always spotty, there's not a lot I can do about that, but I do think that, you know that one that I had just there on the first day, it almost got rid of it in the first 24 hours, which I thought was amazing, and now I've just got a really annoying one pop up now. That one on my forehead, that's been shriveled and it's just like a little mark now, it's not raised at all. And then the rest of my skin, and especially I think I said yesterday that my skin tone overall I feel is just much more balanced and even, and I just think it looks nicer. Some final thoughts though about it. From using it over the course of the week, I think I mentioned most days that I felt like my lips were feeling quite dry, and I think that after I've had this week of almost like detoxing my face, I'm gonna take a week off and go back to my Liz Earle cleansers, just in case the acid in these products are causing my skin to feel quite dry, and also drying out my lips as well, which I don't really want. I think that this might be quite strong for me. It says it's for all skin types, but I don't know if I think that that's necessarily correct, because I know that my skin can be quite sensitive, so I wouldn't think that a product for all skin types would be the best product for me. I did also want to mention that I became sort of aware over the last week that I've been following makeup and skincare routines just because they're prescribed. So the Liz Earle collection that I use, I've got the cleanser, the exfoliator, the toner and the moisturizer, and I do that religiously on a daily basis. But I feel like what we need to do really is to just sort of listen to our skin more and listen to what it needs. Like, I know there's plenty of days where I might not need to put my moisturizer on, or I might not need to exfoliate it that day. Like, but just because you own all the products and the brand says that you need to follow all of these steps, in order to achieve perfect looking skin. I don't think that we necessarily have to do that, and I think it's completely... I've been drinking so much more water this week because I was paranoid that my skin was going to dry out by using a product with acid in it, and I think that's helped no end. So yeah, I just think my main thing to take away from this video, funnily enough, is that I think that it's more about thinking about what your skin needs and not necessarily just blindly following a prescribed routine, because my skin feels really, really good today because I've been experimenting with new products but also taking into consideration other things, and yeah, I feel like my skin looks amazing. So I do want to say thank you so much to Skin Clinics for sending me these products to try. I think they're definitely things that I will revisit as and when I feel like my skin needs a detox, and I really enjoyed using them, and I think that these are probably a really good investment if you do suffer with what I certainly suffer with, which is every now and again you just have a really, really horrible, crappy, bad skin week or day or month sometimes. But I really hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for putting up with my unmakeup face for God knows how long this video is going to be, and I will see you in the next one.